When I was a kid, I had this dream of going all over the world photographing sunsets. I'd make a book. People would buy it and be amazed at the beauty that I had captured. I am 63 now, and for 14 years, my wonderful wife Nancy and I have lived at the south end of Ocean City on the Jersey Shore. Most evenings, we sit on our deck watching as the sun goes down. I realized I don't have to travel the world. I don't even have to leave home. The most beautiful sunsets, they're right here in our little island paradise. Yes, Ocean City is an island. The east side faces the ocean, and those of us on the west face wetlands that separate us from the mainland. Depending on the tides and the wind, the wetlands can look like the Great American Prairie or Lake Erie. I am a creature of habit. Since I retired from teaching, my day has a set pattern. I get up, put a glaucoma drop in my right eye, pop a Prozac, have breakfast, edit video, have a broccoli lunch, edit video, and then go for a jog or long walk with Nancy. After exercising, there is no better thing in the world to do than watch the sun go down while sipping the first of my 2 daily beers. I don't like change, but I know I can't stop it. The stoical Roman emperor Marcus Aurelius put it best. Time is like a river made up of the events which happen, and a violent stream. For as soon as a thing has been seen, it is carried away, and another comes in its place, and this will be carried away too. We signed an agreement on our home a few weeks before 9/11. Jihadists are scary, but the greatest threat since we moved here has not been terrorists, but weather. I have a Facebook friend named Terry Mendenhall who was here during the infamous storm of '62. She told me what it was like for her over 50 years ago. We were driven down Central Avenue in a police car. Houses were all over the place, mostly in the street. Tops of houses were torn off and blocks away. Got to 5616 and it was still there. I just remember crying so much. The beach had about 6 inches of clams in their shells, all screeching, and the odor was awful. A lot of named and unnamed storms have come and gone since then. Sandy being by far the worst one that we have experienced. We were lucky and missed by an inch having water come inside our house. Today is the end of a massive Army Corps of Engineers beach replenishment project for South Ocean City. This may help protect us, but for how long? We know one day our house will likely be wiped out by a storm, but there are certain advantages about getting older. With a little luck, we will be dead of natural causes before it happens. These plants that grow alongside the marsh are called Phragmites. They are a non-native species, and many people cut them down, but we kind of like them. They make a beautiful sound as the wind blows through them. Birds love them, and I think they may act as a barrier to fast-moving floodwaters. Before I turned to video, I was a painter. The first summer we were here, my father, twin brother, and nephews came to visit. That winter, my beloved Dada died. He was cremated, and we scattered some of his ashes here among these phragmites. I remember sitting on our deck with him, watching the sun go down. He loved the red-winged blackbirds that like to sit on our weather vane. This weather vane got bent one year in a storm, so I got a new one. It's a striped bass with a gaping mouth, and for about a year, no bird would get near it. But things change, and now every year we have sparrows who build nests in it. Sharing our deck at sunset time with friends and family has been one of our greatest joys. Friends from Philadelphia, artists, my brother and sister, Nancy's kids, and their kids have all spent time up here with us. Some of my fondest memories are of Emma, Nancy's daughter's daughter, who is now a teenager. One late fall evening when she was still little and it was getting pretty chilly, Emma and I sat together in a big Adirondack chair. We wrapped ourselves in a warm blanket as the sky burst into the most amazing colors. I am not a believer, but if God does exist, He is without a doubt the best painter of all time. I had a teacher at the Pennsylvania Academy who claimed there are no masterpieces with sunsets in them. He obviously didn't live in Ocean City. Life is so intensely beautiful, maybe even more so because it doesn't last all that long. My other favorite Stoic, Epictetus, put it best. Never say of anything, I have lost it, but I have restored it. Has your child died? It is restored. Has your wife died? She is restored. Has your estate been taken away? That likewise is restored. But it was a bad man who took it. What is it to you by whose hands he who gave it has demanded it again? While he permits you to possess it, consider it as something not your own, as travelers do, an inn. So, for as long as we are permitted, Nancy and I will be sitting up here. In the late afternoon, Nancy with a cracker and a smile, me with a camera and a beer, looking at these amazing masterpieces in the sky.